San Francisco Police Department. The persons demonstrating here are unlawfully assembled by authorities vested in me by the state of California as a peace officer. I hereby command you, in the name of the people of the state, immediately to disperse.
We are the people! We are the people!
In the spring of '68, the TWF is created. I become the first chair. So not am I only one of the founders of PACE, but I become the first chair of the Third World Liberation Front. Roger Alvarado becomes the next, other chairs after that. All of these minority groups came together and created the TWLF. Then in around November-ish, strike is called. BSU says they're going to strike, everybody joins the strike. You've got, I think there were at least 16 demands. Principals were basically working for trying to make the system more equal, trying to establish an ethnic studies. We also tried to establish the educational opportunity program.
I said yesterday that the demands of the black students and the Third World Liberation Front are not discussable, negotiable, debatable, or compromisable.
The other thing, during the strike, I get arrested by the cops for supposedly as an insurrection leader. In the end, so that's what they arrest you for. In the end, I just got charged with disturbing the peace. During the first strike, the big issue is whether you should bring cops on campus, because that was not a thing to permit cops on campus. During the second strike, there was no question. The cops came on, and all the stuff you see nowadays about how there might be police brutality, there's no question then. I mean, they just took those batons and they beat the hell out of you, and you just didn't want to get in the way. And you know what was? You know, I mean, you were demonstrating, and they told you to break up the demonstration, and if you didn't, you know, then they were going to come and they were going to get you. So, I mean, I don't know. You figure. When you talk about the number of people, 400 or more got arrested during the strike. Once the faculty got involved and the faculty agreed with many of the principals, I think that's what enabled the strike to really be successful. Because not only did you have the students, but then you had a big segment of the faculty. On the other hand, who was opposed to it? You had Hayakawa and the administrators with Hayakawa. Each particular community had, you know, varying levels of supporting or not supporting it. And people came from those kind of backgrounds. And so, you know, I know amongst the Filipino students it was the same thing. So there was always a core group who was willing to take the lead and do things that could end up with them getting arrested. Because I remember when I went to Berkeley and they were talking about striking, and having had my experience at State, one of the comments I made to the Asian law students, I says, let me ask you guys this. If you want to make a commitment, are you willing to commit to the extent that you're willing to get arrested and get kicked out of school? That was a basic principle, because that's what you were confronted with at State College.
Huey Newton said that about you and me, Sons of Liberty.